Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm showing you the only two things I think you need to buy to get your psychic ability started. So you guys have seen on my channel, I've done a lot of reviews on products you can buy, and a lot of them are for fun. There's some things that I use, some things that I think are helpful and useful, but really I don't believe you need to buy anything to get your psychic ability started. And when I say that, I just don't want you guys to fall into a trap of thinking that you need to buy a certain tool in order to become psychic. It's all up here. It's all about practicing. It's about strengthening your psychic ability, understanding your clairs, and just practicing. And the more you practice, the more you're familiar you get with it. And you really shouldn't need any tools. Now, that being said, there's definitely some things out there that are going to help you. A lot of you guys have still asked me, hey, do you have book recommendations on the psychic ability? And I've read a ton, but none of them I've really liked. Otherwise, I would have put them up on this channel and reviewed them. A lot of them are just theory, somebody's personal opinion about how they personally connect to their intuition, but that doesn't work for everybody. And so the two things that I recommend, if you only have money to buy two things, is the Psychic Workbook by Karen Fox, and then the Build Your Psychic Skills 90-Day Plan, also by Karen Fox. So Karen Fox was my mentor. She was here in Colorado. She taught the Aspen Program for Psychic Development, which is currently not up and running. She is linked in my featured channels down kind of at the bottom of my YouTube channel if you want to see some of her stuff. Everything I learned through Karen, and her program was amazing. And she created this whole course where we could go in and get certified. And we had to practice reading on people. We had to come in and do all these separate courses and have a ton of practice before we could even get a certification on anything. And so a lot of her principles are the things that I teach. So I coached at the Aspen Program for the last year that it was here in Colorado. And a lot of those principles are in my videos. So my video courses follow her same sort of structure because I believe she really did her research and set out, how does the psychic ability work? How do the clairs work? How does all of this work? And I really see her as setting the standard for basically how psychic ability works. And there's a lot of books out there that are wrong. They call clairaudience this, or they call claircognizance that, and it's just off. And so what I love about these two products is not only are they the same principles as what I teach and as what she taught at the Aspen Program, but they are hands-on. They are tools that you can use every day. So I've done a video review where I actually use this for 90 days. If you watched it, I didn't quite make it the 90 days, but these are 90-day cards. You pull a card a day, and each day it gives you advice on how to practice your psychic ability for that day. The workbook is part book, part actual writing prompts. There's room for you to write in here. So if you're excited, you want to start, what I would recommend is taking my video courses, because it kind of puts all of this into context. And what I would do is buy these as sort of tools to go along with that course. So let's go over the Psychic Workbook first. This is such a pretty book. I can't even explain it. So what I love about this workbook is it's professionally made. And basically, you guys, this is everything. This is her courses of what she taught us. Now, when I was in the course, she basically just had printouts, and she was in the middle. I don't know if she was in the middle of making this or she just made it. But I think her plan was from then on out to just have people buy the actual workbook. So you guys, if you buy this workbook, you're going to have all the information that you need. There's tons of places to leave notes. She has a bunch of exercises in here, places where you can write. I haven't written in here because I wanted to keep it clean for you guys. Just so you can see a little bit of this, she talks about what is the psychic ability. She talks about how do you get started, what's the difference between psychic ability and that analytical mind that I always talk about. She talks about the clairs, and then she talks about her 7 approaches to psychic development. Now, I don't quite teach these in the same way because I think there's a lot of approaches. She talks about getting unstuck. A lot of times we get blocked with our psychic ability, so this is super helpful. And then she talks about using your psychic ability in everyday life so you can constantly work on strengthening it. Oh, she has cutout cards. Oh my God. There's an index in the back so you can find everything you might need and have questions on. She was so thorough in creating these courses, and so this workbook is the same. Super thorough. I don't even know how much time this took her, but like, hats off. This is amazing. And then she has cutouts that you can do. Daily psychic check-ins. I still do this. I have my own personal psychic card that I wrote out that I still use. Boundary checks. You could probably copy these on a printer so that you don't use them all up. There's cutouts for your clairs, asking questions. So you'll see a lot of the things in this workbook in my coaching on my channel. And so I think it's great because it just puts it all in one concise place. You can practice it over and over again. And I can't recommend this workbook enough. And another thing about the workbook is that, I have my interpretations of what the Aspen program taught me. So having another interpretation from another person might be helpful. But the great thing is it's all still the same basic principles. It's great because if something I say doesn't make sense or doesn't come across, maybe her workbook will do that for you. Now, the next thing that I recommend is her 90-day psychic cards. And this is like your daily homework. So what you can do is put this on your bedside table. Every day, pick a card. You could bring it with you or just sort of try to memorize it or take a photo if you don't want to damage it. And each day, here's all the instructions, but each day you have a different exercise, something you can do. And she splits it up into those 7 basic principles of psychic development. So each of these cards is a different color. So Mondays are mental focus days. Tuesdays are body awareness days. Wednesdays are the clairs day. Thursdays are play outside the rut day. Fridays are dream day. Saturdays are psychic play day. Sundays are precognition day. So they all kind of follow the same format. These purple cards are just kind of like fun inspirational quotes that she put in here to kind of keep you motivated. Now, I would say if you're going to buy the cards, definitely buy the workbook or at least sort of look into my courses because she only has so many cards that she can kind of give you instructions for. And so understanding the importance of playing outside your rut and how that works with the psychic ability can be a little confusing if you haven't thought about it before. And then at the back of the deck, she's got these printouts for different exercises. So you guys have seen some of the card videos that I've made. Same basic principle of, there's a lot of games that you can play to practice your clairs. And so having these color cards is super helpful and it just kind of comes with the whole deck. Why I think this workbook and this deck are so important is because it's hands-on. And that's how your psychic ability has to work. It stresses me out when people call themselves psychic or give psychic readings and they've only read a single book. You have to practice. You have to know the difference of reading yourself versus reading somebody else. You've had to have the time and the experience to understand how your guides communicate with you. And I'm not trying to make it seem like this big unachievable thing, but there's a difference between book smart and someone who's actually had the experience and the practice. So if you're really serious about developing your psychic abilities and you want it to start fast, absolutely get these products. They will not only go along with my courses, but they are hands-on. They're going to get you guys practicing, working. It's going to be a lot. 90 days of working on your psychic ability, you will see change. So check out the products in the link down below. If you're curious about Karen and her program, again, she's in my featured channels below. I will be foreverly in debt to her for teaching me these things and allowing me to be a coach of the program. I really truly think she set a standard for how psychics should be doing what they're doing. And it's so important to me that I share her work and share the correct information out there because there's a lot of people who, you can publish anything now. You can publish any book. And so people could go write a book about how to be psychic and have no idea how to do it themselves or really have had no practice at all. And so I truly believe that Karen has set a standard for the people in this industry. When I was learning how to build my psychic ability, I just got lucky. I got lucky that Karen was in my area, that she was teaching in-person courses, that she had these workbooks, that she had these cards, that she was bringing in people as volunteers for me to read, and she let me coach. That is amazing, and it was so helpful to get me where I am today. And so I want to provide that same thing to you guys. I want to make sure that you have all the practice, all the tools, anything that you guys need so that you can do this safely and as best as you can. So if you guys get these products, please, please, please let me know how they work for you. I want to support Karen. I want to support you guys in your journey to developing your psychic ability. And if you have to buy anything, buy these 2 products. If you're just getting started, check out the rest of my playlist, Start Here. This is basically curated for anyone who's new to this and you're just like, oh my gosh, I have so many questions. Where do I go? Check out that playlist and just know I have so much content on my channel. Peruse around, leave me a comment, I'll help you find what you need. If you want to see more products that I recommend, check out my playlist of reviews. I have games, I have books, I have tarot cards, I have all sorts of fun things. And I only review things that I actually like, because I don't want to waste your time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I don't know how to end my videos. Trust your intuition. Have a good day. Eat your vegetables. How do you end videos, you guys? I don't know how to end them. Slowly, just... Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps a ton. And if you guys want to learn more and you're struggling, set up a coaching session with me. I do one-on-one coaching sessions and I can help you get through your blocks, refer you to resources, give you exercises that might help you through your personal psychic journey. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.